but being brutally honest, coming at you with another video.
What is up, everybody? What is going on? Hey, Bella. Today, today was a great day.
We're here. We're here. We made it. What a game. I think we need to talk about your experience and how it was, because you were actually live there.
Yeah, I was. The playoff atmosphere is a lot different than going to a regular season game. But I'll give you a couple great moments that I was at the game for. Number one to me is Eminem. Just a quick stare at the GOAT, the rapper. Just a quick second. I just walked towards him and I'm like, holy crap, is that Eminem? And I just took a quick one. I didn't say much. I was too shy to say something to the guy, so.
Aww.
Because the other dude was talking smack on him, but I was actually I was like scared to talk to him. I'm like, oh shoot, that's
when
him.
Did you see him? Like, was it after the game? But
it was like during the game. It was during the game, but I was walking towards the area, and then I was just trying to like find where my seats were and other areas, and I just happened to bump into where he was, and I just saw him for a quick minute or something, and he looked towards me. When the other guy was talking smack, he was looking towards me like this.
Oh, yeah. So the game hadn't started yet, so he wasn't in his feelings.
Nah, he was kind of like, that was like probably like minutes once he started flipping off our fans, but I was already like walking towards my direction. But yeah it was pretty cool just to see the guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Meeting John Chapman was cool. Cool guy.
A very cool guy. Yes,
JD Hawkhater is another guy I actually watched for many years.
Nice.
The atmosphere was crazy, and then doing a little trash talking with the Lions fans were pretty fun. But I ain't gonna lie, the Detroit Lions fans are pretty humble and respectful. They're not like exactly they're very nice people. Like I was at a tailgate with a lot of these older guys. We were talking football. I even said, you guys got to take advantage of those opportunities, man. I said I could see where you guys are coming from.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very cool.
It was a great reaction because, for a second, I thought we were down. I thought weren't going to win this game. So, my mindset was like, can we have a comeback, please? Can we have a comeback, or this is a wrap?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think that's a good question to even ask everyone that's also in here. Like, was there a part where you were like, it's over? Like
in my own head, it seemed like it, but I said, let's make a comeback, please. Let's make a comeback. I didn't lose hope on this team. I just said, can we make a comeback, or is this over? That was my question. People kind of like questioned the way I said it, but I said, dude, I didn't lose hope on the team. I just said, can we have a comeback?
What was the atmosphere like when you were there going into the half?
Oh, loud. Very loud. Okay. I mean, our fans were very quiet for a while, but you saw a lot of these Lions fans. They were getting a little too cocky a little bit. They were getting a little too cocky, but you can get the feeling because you know what? They've never been in this situation, so they don't know what it's like.
They're on a high. What it's like. Yeah, they're definitely on a high. Was an emotional roller coaster, if you ask me, of a game.
Salute, Ray. Salute.
So yeah, what about people who are in here? Were you kind of like, oh my gosh, it's over? What did you guys think? We'd love to see that. Also,
the reaction of the game was priceless. I mean, in the first half. Yeah. I was kind of like shocked, and I'm like saying, please can this not be the most embarrassing game I've ever attended to? Because I've been to a worse game before. the Niners and Cowboys. I don't know if you remember that game. That one game was a lopsided blowout. I had the worst experience.
Excuse me. When was that one? Is this like an NFC one?
This was like a Dwight Clark day, you know, where he
Oh.
had the appreciation day and the Cowboys steamrolled us 40-10 or something. That was the worst experience I've ever witnessed.
Yeah.
But this turned out to be one of the greatest games.
It
So,
did. It really did. I mean, I feel like Purdy has so much, like, it was hate all week, and I feel like the poor kid can never do anything right to please everyone. And now he came from even more of a behind. So I'm just happy we got the win for sure.
Like Ray said it best, this has a comeback like the Giants, but no, I think it's more like the Niners and Falcons. I don't know if you guys remember the 2012 NFC Championship game. We were down by 17 points too.
Oh, were we? No, see, I don't remember.
And we won that game. But shout out to Jess. Let's see what she said. I wish I can go to Vegas. I don't know if I will. I don't even know if I will.
You should. I'll be there. It'll be fun.
It's unfortunate because of the financial reasons. And, I got to give credit to somebody who took me to the game because it was unexpected by him. He didn't have to do that. So I'm always going to throw his name all the time because he's a good guy. So the Gambler, if he ever comes into the comment section, give this guy a thank you because he made it happen. He made it really happen. I did a game day vlog with him at the game too, and this guy's a little like passionate fan. He gets a little out of like a little crazy sometimes. I mean, but he's funny. He's a funny guy. You
gotta love that. You gotta have all the characters.
Yeah. That's what the vibe had, Ray. It kind of has that Falcons and Niners vibe. Remember how that conference championship could have been out of our game, but we came back and won that game. But this game kind of gives you that resembles. Yeah. When are you pretty boy, you get hate. Yeah. Oh, you want to know what's even crazier? I had these videos where I was trash talking on TikTok, and I guess it was like halftime, right?
Yeah.
I had like a huge amount of viral comments. Okay. And they were talking smack, and they thought the game was over. Like, I don't understand why they gotta do that. Why they gotta do that? That's dumb. The game isn't over.
I know.
I don't like how these fans do that. You got to wait until the game's over at least.
I mean, but also even as a Niner fan, I think there was this hesitation of like, this isn't my team. I know my team plays better than this. I'm not understanding what's going on here. So yeah, at halftime, and then what's his face? Our favorite friend that was waving to everyone goodbye, the one that had beef with Debo.
Which one? The guy on our team?
No, what's his name? CG something.
CG Gardner Johnson. Oh,
there you go. And he was waving to everyone, and I was like, isn't that known as like almost like a precursor of like the game's not even over yet? Like you spoke too soon. There we go.
No, a lot of people were kind of upset too, but no, it's somebody else from our community. John Jay, he's a good content creator. Well, I mean, the difference was I was out there, the vibe was different. I was kind of like, I wasn't quite mad at the moment because I was kind of like shocked and kind of like, I was like thinking in my own head, this better not be another embarrassing game. I had faith. I said, we got 2 more quarters. Can we get it together?
Yeah.
In my own head, I was like this, please, Lord, make a comeback. But some people kind of question my faith. I never lost hope on my team. I just say, can we make a comeback? Can we make a comeback? So what's wrong with me saying, can we make a comeback?
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's better than me. I was sitting on the couch being like, oh my God, this is how we're going out. I don't even know if I can watch the rest because I was taking shots for all the mistakes we were making in the first half. So you can imagine where I was during halftime. I was like, I could use a nap.
He wants to know how that take was,
So how my take? First half, we played horrible. You can't deny that. It was horrible. Was I worried? Absolutely. Because I didn't want to go out like this. I know this team can play better than that. No, I was definitely worried. Did I panic? Absolutely. I even wanted to take a nap. I was like, let me just take a nap and pray that I wake up and in the dream that I'm having that we won, it actually manifests. So yeah. It was a lot of emotions.
If you look at a lot of these videos where I was trash talking to Lions fans, I had the most algorithm. And then the one with the most views was when I was talking trash to the Raider fans because I was getting a lot of tags from Raider fans all over on Facebook and Twitter and other platforms. So I gave him my response because I just was watching the game. I was too busy watching the game. I was too focused on watching the football game. So
Mhm.
a lot of my friends who are Raider fans and a lot of people on other social media, they're just tagging me talking crap and say, "What's going on with your team? Are you guys not going to win? You guys look like you're going to lose or something." But they kept saying, "Why you're not responding back quickly?" And I said, "I didn't want to respond back because I'm watching the game."
Well,
So
yeah, you're doing your thing and respond
yeah,
whenever you want to respond.
yeah, and then here was my final response. Was I put it on TikTok where it had like almost 400,000 viewers for this. I think
Is it the one where you're saying to borrow the stadium?
yeah, this is the one where it's got like 400,000 views of this one.
Good
That
job.
was
That's
my best
awesome.
response. That was my best response because I wanted to just watch the game and not respond to nobody because when I'm watching the game, I'm fully focused. I don't want to pay attention to nobody.
Of course. No, of course. You're respond to people later when you want to, but yeah. I
Yeah, because when I watch the game, I don't like to respond to people. I don't like to try to respond back. But when when somebody was saying you're mad, and I said, why would I be mad? I'm kind of shocked. I mean,
well, yeah.
you don't know me personally how I am. I kind of had the reaction like if they were there in the game, they would see how I was shocked. But was I mad? No, I was like, can we get it together?
Yeah. I mean, I think all of us got like I mean, whether you were at the game or you were at home, your phone's going off of
Yeah, I
people
was
that know
kind of
that you're a fan and like, hey, oh my God, it looks bad, or what's happening. I think texts were happening anyways. You
yeah.
being at the game
I mean,
totally makes sense that you weren't going to respond.
yeah, they got at least like I guess they got at least 30 seconds or something of my response on that video I posted on TikTok, which got like almost 400,000 views of it. And
Awesome.
my response to them was after the game was over, I say, "Hey Raiders, we're coming to your house and the Chiefs are coming over. I'm sorry. We're going to play at your house. I mean, we're going to the Super Bowl and
Yeah.
we're gonna play KC, baby," or something like that. I said something
Yeah.
like that. And they kind of, I guess a lot of them came into the comments section. They were flooding that crap and they were saying some of them actually wanted us to beat the Chiefs. Some of them don't like the Chiefs. And
I
then
think a
some,
lot of people are over the Chiefs. How
yeah.
about people in the chat? Is anyone over the Chiefs? I'm pretty sure
Yeah, I
everyone
think
can
some
keep
of
an eye
them.
on
I think quite a few of my friends who are Raider fans, they're getting tired of the Chiefs. Like at this point, they rather have us win so they cannot hear more of the Chiefs anymore.
Aren't the Chiefs and the Raiders in the same division?
Yeah.
When they play each other? Yeah.
Yeah. If TD took his shirt out the game, he would have really went viral like when Kelsey. I don't know if I would do that, but man, I'd probably get millions of views of just running around. that'd be good.
There
That'd
you
be good.
go.
But I wouldn't do that. It's not me. But
Change your algorithm, then all of a sudden you're a viral superstar.
no, my virals on TikTok is the one where I was trash talking some Lion fans. That one got me the most views, but I think the one where I was giving because I gave my response to Raider fans after the game, and I said, "Hey Raiders, we're coming to your house, and the Chiefs are coming over. I'm sorry, we're going to the Super Bowl, and we're playing KC, baby." That's what I said.
I mean, it's all
And
facts. It's all true. You're not lying in any of them.
I was too laser focused on the game. So everybody kept tagging me and I'm like, dude, I'm at a game. I'm not gonna respond.
Mhm.
I had to turn off my phone quickly so I don't get no response back and I was too focused.
Yeah, totally makes sense.
And a lot of them get upset, like, "Oh, why are you not responding right?" And I said, dude, I'm at a game. What is your problem, bro? Can I focus on watching the game?
Well, let's answer some of the questions too here in the
Okay.
chat. I see.
Oh,
What do
wait.
you want to start with? There's so many now.
Ray was asking this question a couple of times, and I didn't get a chance to. My bad, my brother.
We're here now.
Have you heard anything about the rumors with Chase Young? I've heard about this report, but I don't think it's accurate, dude. Why would you want to bench this guy who we kind of acquire? And he's kind of, I guess he kind of had some moments in the game, but I think he made some nice key tackles. I don't know
Do
where
you?
these reports. I don't know where these reports are coming from.
I think they should bench him. I
think they should, but who else are you going to have? Like, are you going to go with Randy Gregory, who doesn't have the effort?
He didn't do good either. I thought that he should have got benched last game too. Or
what about Robert Beal Jr.? They need to give this kid some chances.
But I think they said that Kyle was watching tape and he felt that I think Chase, in one of the things that led to a touchdown for the Lions, he felt like Chase didn't really tackle or run the way he should have, or like with full purpose. That's what I just heard from, who was it?
Yeah. I
David
mean,
Lombardi
Chase,
reported it.
Chase tends to miss tackles from time to time, but when he gets on point, he can make the tackles. But I think that's been his issue. But I think he needs to show the motor. Like Chase Young, if you want to get paid for a contract with
Right.
us or anywhere else, you got to. I'm hoping he plays his best game in the Super Bowl. Maybe he'll prove himself. But
I agree with what Ray just said, that it seems like he's kind of lazy. I mean, of course he's going to work out.
him and Gregory are the same. Him and Randy Gregory are about the same thing. Like, I don't know. I thought signing Randy Gregory was a good pickup because we got him technically for free, but these guys are not showing nothing.
Well, the thing about, I thought when we got Chase Young, I thought our defense was going to be on a different level.
They had a good jump start. When we played the Jaguars, but after that, it just didn't do nothing after that.
Well, the beginning half of this game, I can't even think of the words of how horrible the defense was. It was horrible. And to know that you have these key players in here didn't make any sense. Bosa showed up, though, at the end.
One thing that stood out to me was Bosa did show up and had 2 sacks.
Mm-hmm,
That's the Bosa we wanted all season. And my co-host actually, she was saying the same exact thing. Can Bosa produce for once? Can he get something in the playoffs? And I believe we got our answer.
Who do you think was or I don't know if they said it and maybe I didn't hear it. Who was the person during halftime that cussed them out or chewed them out? Something must have happened at halftime.
It had to be one of our guys in our defense. I heard it was I heard Gibson said something I think it was one of the players, like the veterans, like Gibson said something. And I think Gibson I think one of the players said a speech to one of the guys. They say, "Hey, do you guys want to go home or do you guys want to go to Vegas?" I heard something like that. I heard one of the players said, "Hey, do you guys want to go home or do you guys want to go to Vegas?"
Yeah.
And I guess they changed their mind and said, "You know what? We're going to Vegas then. Let's play."
Yeah, I mean, made a difference, whatever was said. And sometimes I think maybe they'll even keep that like top-notch locked. Really made a difference. And we just need to play with that same energy, especially not this week coming up, but the next week coming up.
Yeah, I was a little concerned with on some of the plays on defense, but we got to do better we got to do better in the first half too, a little bit. So
a lot better. Casey's defense is
Casey's
really
defense is better, and I hope we hold up pretty well against their defense. But I'm telling you, we cannot play from behind against this team because this team is not gonna. They're not gonna let us come back. So if we keep it very close with them, then we need to make sure when we get the ball back, we close it out and make sure they don't come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want to keep it a game with them. You don't want to keep it too close with them. You want to at least have a 2 possession to where you have control of it, or else this is a wrap for them.
Yeah. I didn't want to get started on. I thought next week we talk about Casey and keep this all about the Lions, but I am nervous about the Super Bowl game. Just to put it out there.
I was so confident about this game. Like, my mindset of going to that Niners and Lions game was we have a great track record against Detroit and Jared Goff.
Right.
In my own head, I'm like, there's no way we can lose to these guys. But in the first 2 quarters, I was like, please, Lord, give us a comeback. God, please give us a comeback.
Yeah.
Or this is a wrap. I said, if we don't get a score, it's a wrap. Can we get a comeback?
Well, also, I didn't want us to go out like that. That was the other thing. I think it's disheartening as a fan when you're like, I know my team can play better than this. I know what we're capable of, and this just looks like trash. Like we look like utter trash out there. And you know what? Kittle said it best when they interviewed him, right when they were giving the award out. He was like, what did he say? It was the meme. Like, they almost got us there. I'm not going to lie.
He says, I'm not going to lie. They almost got us there.
Yeah.
I was like, he was just like being sarcastic about that.
But it was the truth. They did.
It was the truth, but he did say it in a truth way, but then he kind of said it in a funny way too. So
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've heard a lot of reports about Chase Young's work ethic. That's been his problem going into college also. But this is the problem. We need these guys to get their A game together. That goes for Randy Gregory. That goes for Chase Young. That goes for maybe we need to mix it up with Robert Beal Jr. I seen some spark out of that kid. He needs to play a little bit more because he's got some speed. He can definitely generate some pressure with his speed because he plays at Georgia. Georgia always produces pretty well defensive players.
There's so much going on in the chat. Are you going to read them off? Which one are you reading? Or who
I'm
goes
gonna read
next?
this. I'm gonna read this one. He is going off draft stats, not his plays. But Young didn't try until it was his contract year. Buyer beware. Yep, that's one thing about
Mm,
Chase Young. He's a little inconsistent, and he hasn't been staying healthy throughout his career until this season. So I didn't think the Lions defense expect Purdy to run. That was huge. Which, correct
yeah.
me if I am wrong, Brock is not known to run often, but Purdy extends plays with desperation plays. That is key. See,
Yeah.
nobody really expect Brock Purdy to be a runner. That's one. That's
Exactly.
one of his most underrated traits. Is
hmm
when you think of Brock Purdy, do you think of him as a runner?
No, absolutely not.
The guy kind
Absolutely
of
not.
surprised the Lions defense, right? I mean,
Yeah. No, he and what I'd heard all week about, he's not this, a game manager, system, da 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 da. He's proving himself. He's come from behind. He does manage the game in the sense he has to. He's the quarterback, but he scrambled and he got out of situations. He got out of, I don't know how many sacks he could have been sacked, and he got out of them.
And the crazy part is he takes these hits but drops the last second desperation plays. These are the kind of plays where you want your quarterback to make, at times.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Then, what was the other one when he hit the face guard of the other one, and then
you're talking about the Brandon Ayuk play. That
Yep.
I think that one's the most classic. I think that should go down as one of the other top catches of all time, because how the heck does that play become a good catch? Like, I've never seen that kind of play.
No idea, but
I've
that
never
was
seen it. Like,
monumental.
so let me get this straight. So the defender, it hit his helmet. It was like hitting a crash dummy's head, and it just bounces up, and then Ayuk says, "Okay, I'm going to catch it."
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
Yeah, he kind of it just seemed like the football gods or miracle was in our favor once that play happened. I'm like, whoa. Was that, you ever seen that one play from the longest yard where the referee gets hit in the balls, but it is actually one of the game plans, but you just intentionally hit the person? Or there was another play where a defender was hit in the helmet area and the ball bounces up and they get the ball and they run.
Oh wow! Those are almost like the football gods are just on your side.
I think it was the Water Boy or one of the other movies where the guy hits the defender's helmet and it bounces up, and then the guy gets the ball. It's the lineman or somebody, and they run. And they run for a touchdown.
Oh, I should rewatch it. I haven't watched those movies in so long.
No, but you ever seen the one where they throw the ball to one of the defenders and the ball bounces right in their head and they get the ball and they just move or score something?
I missed it. No, I haven't.
That reminds me of that play, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, they sound very similar for sure.
Packers were getting the Purdy, but could not stop him from getting the pass out the last second. Yeah, that's one thing he did well.
He did.
Yeah, where are the sunglasses? I guess I was too quick on my sunglasses. I was wearing my sunglasses at the game.
Awesome.
I think that's why Eminem was looking at me. I think that's why he was looking at me, because I had them shades on, and he was like,
"Those are just so cool. I need them myself." That's what he was thinking. That's what he was thinking.
Yeah. I wish.
All right.
But
let's also talk about who were your top 3 players of that game. Who would deserve a CG Ruthless award from you?
So we go by 3 sides of the ball. All right. Offense, definitely it's got to be Deebo Samuel.
Oh, okay. Okay. Deebo.
Because I don't think if he played, I don't know if we would beat the Lions, because he actually made a huge difference. He made 8 catches for 89 yards, moved the chains. He was very effective. Even though the injury was supposed to be a concern, he still was a factor on our offense. So I got to give it to Deebo Samuel. I don't think it was one of his best games, but he did enough. He almost had 100 yards, but at least he played a huge role. So I have to give it to Deebo Samuel for sure.
Okay.
Let's see. On defense, I know a lot of people were giving this guy a hard time because he hasn't generated a sack for a while. I got to say,
don't say Chase.
Nick Bosa.
Okay.
Nick Bosa was clutch.
Yeah, he did. I appreciated Nick. He came through when we needed him.
I mean, there was a time going into the first half, I was going to bash this guy, but why do I got to keep giving this guy his flowers? Why? Why do I have to keep giving him flowers? Jake Moody, I don't know. Okay, you made 2 important kicks. All right. You're off the hook, kid. Just for now. But
Right.
that's the only guy on special teams who did his part. You know, yeah, he missed a kick, but he did make the two important kicks at the end of the day. So
Yeah, we all know how I feel about Moody. But yeah,
I
the
mean,
game.
2 for 3, and he was 2 for 3 for those kicks. So
Yeah. No, I mean, again, came in clutch, but it would have been better, of course. What was the play that gave you the most hope for the 49ers in the third? Honestly, as soon as we came out from halftime, and wasn't it the first drive we scored? Wasn't it right after
no,
the
we
first
kicked
drive?
the field goal, but
We kicked a field goal. Well, whenever we made that first touchdown, it just seemed there wasn't. It just to me it was that because that was the urgency. There was an urgency, and I think they needed that. And all of a sudden, it looked like they were the Niners that I knew they were.
yeah,
And then I think also knowing that there were opportunities that I thought the Lions were going to do a field goal, and then they didn't, and I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, those fourth down failures. But I think that when Dan Campbell went for it on fourth down, that was what changed the momentum. But I think the turnover by Gibbs actually was
a big one too.
When Gibbs fumbled the ball, that was pretty much the huge swing we needed right off the bat. Mm-hmm. Because once he fumbled the ball, we were down by 7. This was going to be a tie game at this point now.
Yeah, but we came out with urgency. We came out with it's got to get done. It needs to happen now. And there was it just seemed like there was. And you were there. Did it seem like the energy? Because I'm sure the crowd falls into it. You feel the energy, and I think that's the only thing. And I don't want to talk about this game until next week, but it worries me that we're going away and we've played at home, and the home field advantage on the fans probably also aided with their success. And now
we travel well.
We do travel well, but how many Niner fans are going to be able to purchase a ticket to get into that stadium?
But we played in. I mean, it's in a dome, so it's not going to be rain. So that's the positive part.
Yeah,
but yeah,
thank God it won't rain for Purdy.
Yeah. So here's what he asked you. Since you got to put 3 of the phase of the game, who gets your game ball on offense, defense, special teams?
Okay. For me, for offense is going to be Purdy. Okay. He stepped up when I needed him to. He showed me he's the man. Purdy's my offense. I'm giving him the ball. For defense, I am very happy that Bosa stood up. I don't want to pick the same one you picked. Maybe I'll go with Warner.
Okay. I mean, you can go with Warner. That's a good one right there.
Or no defense, best defense. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give it to Steve Wilkes because he.
Not go Warner. It's cool.
I think that being the defensive coordinator and seeing where you were, you had to do adjustments. Adjustments had to happen, and he did it. And then he tweeted something after the game that I really liked.
I hope he lives up to his word because he's kind of been unpredictable. But yes, I agree with what you're saying about Steve Wilkes. The adjustments in second half, I think it was a lot different.
Yeah, he had to make that adjustment. So he gets the ball for sure. I would want him to have it because he did it. It was his plays, and a lot of it, like I know they're players and they have to do it, but a lot of it goes to the coaches too. Like Kyle has to take responsibility for the plays. So does Steve. Like you're the ones calling the shots. So that's who I would say.
As far as your special teams, I mean,
special teams, yeah. I would have to pick Moody because he did what I needed him to do.
I mean, that's pretty obvious, that's definitely a no-brainer. So I can see why we go with Moody. Yeah, if he would have just made all these kicks, then yeah, he was the MVP. But now he made 2 important kicks, I guess. So
yeah,
we'll give him a pass. And
for now,
OG, I'll tell you what, man, it was pretty damn loud. It was loud from right off the bat, and then some of the Lions fans came all the way from Michigan, man. They were showing a little bit of passion by chanting golf, but here's the funny part. I'll give you a funny story at the game. So I was just walking towards my way to get out of the stadium for a little bit, and I saw these guys chanting golf, golf, golf. Mm-hmm. And you know what I said? I said, why did the Rams move on from golf?
Ooh.
Why did they give up on them? And they I guess I kept annoying them with why did the Rams move on from y'all? Mm-hmm. Why did the Rams move on from golf? And They never gave me an answer, and they stopped chanting that crap.
Mm,
That's how bad it was because
yeah.
I kept talking so much smack on them because I was just being funny about it. I said, why do the Rams give up on golf?
I mean, it's a valid question.
And then I guess one of those other fans just said,
Let's stop it. Let's stop the chanting.
like they're just saying cut it out, I guess. And I said, whatever.
Mhm.
It was just funny. But they didn't say nothing after that because I was like silencing them. And I guess one of the other fans was, I guess one of our own fan base was saying, dude, you must have silenced them pretty bad.
See? I mean, I don't think you're wrong. I think you're right.
They were chanting golf, but once I came close and saw who was chanting golf, I yelled right at them and say, why did the Rams move on from golf? Why did they give up on them? I kept
Nobody can
asking that
answer it.
question.
No one can
It
answer
was funny. Yeah, no do-rag, sir. No do-rag. But I did wear my do-rag at the game, actually. I was wearing like one of them do-rags. Well, what's up, David Corona? My brother from another mother. What's going on, man? I win 190. Nice. You
Oh,
won
very
that.
nice. Very good.
Yeah, but it
Then
was
I
kind
see
of
that.
funny. It was kind of funny how I feeded off the energy and I actually kind of like got the Lions fans to shut their golf chant. It was just like it was priceless. Yeah. I seen the video. Did you and Eminem? I didn't have a word out of him. I was too shy. The other guy, the guy that was behind me or around where I was walking at, he was talking massive crap.
Oh, wow.
I took a quick second video and I was just looking because I was looking at him for a quick minute because I didn't want to get suspicious by those securities, you know, because you're not supposed to be in those certain areas, but they weren't around for a quick minute. So I went for a quick second. I walked towards it. And then once I saw him for a quick 10-second, I just walked the other direction. And then that's when he started flipping off eventually, like minutes later. But I was already like heading towards my area. So
Okay.
the other guy was talking smack. He was talking massive shit on Eminem. And Eminem was looking towards me. He was looking towards me with my sunglasses. And I think he was like this. But yeah.
Very impactful. Eminem has made an impact on you.
Yeah, he did. And now they're making memes out of him with the middle finger. And then he has a reaction like this. And he has a reaction like this.
Yeah. You guys had a moment though. You need to tell him, you know.
Yeah, we got like the song, we got one opportunity.
But you know what? Let's also say this. Kudos to the Lions. They did amazing. They came out there, they wanted it, they showed us, they told the Niners, we want this, and they really did. And they should be so proud of what they have and have accomplished.
I think there's no shame on Detroit, but it's just Dan Campbell's little aggressive play calling can cost him the game. That's the problem.
And I was curious if they were going to keep him as a head coach because of that kind of cost him to go to the Super Bowl.
Nah, I think he's safe on his job because I don't think Detroit would be where they're at if it wasn't for Dan Campbell. Maybe he needs to work on being better on certain areas, but I don't think you can get any better head coach than him at this point.
Okay.
I mean, who took you to the conference championship?
I mean, yes. And I think that just shows that next year they are still going to be strong contenders.
Yeah.
And what else happened the whole week that we were gone? Now Jim Harbaugh, right?
Yeah, he goes to the Chargers, which is weird to me. But, you know, I'm not going to take nothing away from those Detroit Lion fans because it was at least 22% of their fan base out there. They showed they showed support of their team. At the tailgates, they were very respectful, very classy. They weren't jerks, you know. They were nice people. They weren't like some of those arrogant fans. They were just happy to be here. I mean,
Cowboy fans.
Yeah, I mean, I would say out of all the fans I've got a chance to experience the most with, I have to say that the Lion fans are pretty much the most humble fan base because they're very friendly. I mean, majority of them come from Michigan.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I've had some good interactions with a lot of them from Michigan. We were talking football, and I say, hey, may the best team win. And I tell them, hey, you guys come a long ways. It's taken you guys 32 years to see something like this.
Yeah.
And they agree with me in saying, yeah, this is one opportunity. I don't know if we'll get it again. So that's just how,
Very, very true. Very true.
Kenny Cope said it funny. Kenny Cope put an insult on Eminem. Like he says, Ice Baby is way better.
We know where that's coming from.
Vanilla Ice is like the kick reference. But you know what else is the best song by Eminem?
Which one?
I don't know if you guys kind of like I don't know if you like this reference, but this was supposed to be like a joke of Michael Jackson, but it's called Just Lose It.
Oh, I remember that one.
That one's comedy. So I actually like used the meme where he has the reaction, and then I just put like Just Lose It or something.
No, good job. I like that. Good job.
Yeah. No, but it was cool just to see Eminem for a quick second. Then I had to just walk my way
Oh
out.
yeah, I'm sure you probably even missed a whole bunch of other celebrities. There's so many people that were there.
Yeah, but I just remember like I don't know. Sometimes you get lucky just to be around, but you got to watch for them security guards sometimes or those cops around.
Mhm.
So I was just lucky to get a quick look at them because I wasn't supposed to be at that seat, so I was just walking towards there.
So
And I didn't say a word. So I just I was too shy. When I saw Eminem, I'm like, wait a minute, is that him? So I kind of like took a quick little video. And then once I saw the security coming into the other side, I said, okay, I got to go.
Gotta go.
I did a quick look at them. So I guess you guys can't say I didn't get a chance to experience some celebrities. I even told some of my supporters or my fans, I say, hey, I might see some famous people. I might see some football players. I might see some other people. You never know.
You never know. You never
But
know.
I just happened to see Eminem with Lions shirt and his little beard. I mean, it was kind of funny. Like Eminem does, if you look at Eminem, he does not look like he's in his 50s. He looks like he's in his 20s or 30s or something.
Oh, I believe it. I know he stopped drinking, so I'm sure that plays a part in your aging process.
That would have been funny, but I was already trying to avoid the security at that point. It was a 10-second video, so I couldn't But sometimes you get those quick moments because you got to watch out for certain stuff. They take this area where you can't be around for too long. You have to leave the area or else they're going to get on.
Interesting.
They're pretty strict. So
makes sense. I mean, it was a high popular game. I'm sure security was heightened and all of that.
They were dealing with something, but I was only able to maybe get a few minutes of looking at them. Yeah. That would be kind of funny. Wait, Eminem starting in Daddy Daycare 3. That I don't know if does he play that movie? Maybe I might need to check that one.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh yeah, and Eminem looks like he is in his teens. However, he is like 24, but he's like 50.
No, I think he's in his 50s.
He's in his 50s.
I think his daughter's 24 now or something like that.
Well, his daughter, I think his daughter's like, I think she's about 2 years younger than me.
Oh, is she? She's in her 30s?
Mm-hmm.
She's not in her 30s.
I think she's born 1992 or 1995, one of the two.
Okay, I don't know. Everyone's gotten bigger.
Yeah, but she was in the movie on 8 Mile with him.
I have to. You know what? I might see Tay Tay. Who knows?
But it was kind of funny how I just looked towards him, and then I actually made like a joke. So I did one of the videos with Eminem where I actually just put no sounds, and I actually put like a little joke of it.
Aw, I should see that one. Is it on your? Is it on what?
I did too. I did the actual sound, and then I did the one with the comedy version of it.
Nice.
It was like this. It was like this.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, but
oh yeah, that's her name, Haley.
Yeah, Haley. That's right. Haley Mathers, or that's their name, I think.
Yeah, he has 2 kids.
No, he has I think he has multiple kids from other baby mothers too. But
okay.
This guy, come on, this guy's the GOAT. I don't know if but this guy looks like he's still in his he looks like in his late 20s or something. If I'm being honest, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
I wish I could be a security guard for celebrities, but I don't think they pay good for that kind of money for me to go out there. Because I worked at event staffs before being security out there, but it's not exactly the good pay that everybody says. They got to pay the travel and all the other stuff to get you from over there. And I've had some experience guarding certain events in San Francisco one time, and then there was the event where I had a security guard the Oakland Coliseum game where the Raiders and Packers were playing the preseason. I had to stop some fights, but it wasn't even it wasn't against Packers and Raider fans. It was actually against their own fan base, the Raider fans.
Oh, that's sad.
Fighting over seats or fighting through the parking lot, but a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a little disheartening when it's the same fan base fighting with each other.
Fight their own fans over a seat or some other stuff out there, and you have to try to get them out of scuff them away or something.
Oh,
yeah. Sometimes there's a lot of fights in the bathroom or some other places around. You got to watch out.
I mean, things can happen anywhere, for sure.
Oh, so wait, Bella has to rub shoulders with Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. I don't know if that's gonna happen.
I don't know. If I do, I'll let you know. I mean, I'm not the biggest Tay Tay fan, so we shall
I'm just
see.
hoping that Taylor Swift has like an excuse not to be at the Super Bowl for once.
I think well, no, they're already planning. It's like all over online. They're like, if she leaves because she has a
Event
concert
in
in
Japan.
Tokyo, right? And then she's gonna fly, and then here, and then from here she's got to fly to Australia. So who knows what's gonna happen? I will say that I think the reports came out. She's made the NFL, or the NFL has made like $33 million
Or
off
or
of
like
like
30 or 300 something million
or 333 million off of
off
just
of her
there's
and
more
Travis.
viewers, merch, things of that nature.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah,
definitely.
we gave 3 game balls, but if we're going by the players who didn't step up to me, hmm, we can go with one. I guess I can go with like 3. I guess I can go with 3 different players. So on offense, it's hard for me to choose on offense, but well, I don't think everybody did bad on offense as far, but I'll have to say the offensive line has to do a little better. So I'll just say the entire. I'll just say I'll say outside of Trent Williams and
Excuse me.
I'll say like outside of Trent Williams and Aaron Banks and Feliciano. I think I don't know. No, I gotta say Colt McKivitz is garbage. Come on, Colt McKivitz, you gotta play better, man. I don't know what is it with this guy. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I was giving him some
Mhm.
hope, but we gotta get a better tackle. I'm gonna be honest. Like he ain't it. He's kind of like the weakest link. So
Okay.
on defense, if I had to choose the weakest link, let's see, weakest link. Tough one. I guess Chase Young. He didn't show no.
Mhm.
He didn't show me enough. He didn't show too much.
Good.
He kind of had his moments, but he needs to get on point on tackling when he needs to.
But he's the one that last week we were also saying we'd want him to show up and step up. Because
Yeah,
we've
and
been kind of talking about how we haven't really seen anything from him since
I
we
just
got
don't
him.
know what is it with this kid. He's just not showing it for me right now. So I gotta go with him. I don't expect anything less from Kinlaw. He's just trash.
I suppose.
And I guess as far as special teams, it's hard for me to choose, but I'll just say Moody's missed kick was pretty much the only one I had a question about. I guess special teams to me wasn't as bad as everybody said it was. So I'll have to say, as far as the special teams unit, I'll just say Jake Moody's missed field goal was pretty much the one thing I had negative about to say.
I don't know for the offensive line, offensive line. Who?
It's okay to go with McKivitz. I think he.
I mean, okay, yeah, but I mean, I'll also say that like Trent for sure gets a pass. I thought Trent did great. Let's just go with McKivitz. Let's do that.
Yeah, that's
fine. Okay, then I mean, I don't want to pick Chase Young like you just did, but I did not like how Chase played.
There's quite a few guys who didn't step up to me, but
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think
Thomas.
Hargrave.
You want to go with Avery Thomas then?
Him. I'll pick Hargrave.
Hargrave. Okay. He didn't show. I guess he didn't play as good as he was.
He didn't play as good as I know he can, so I'm gonna pick him.
Okay. He
and
wasn't quite a
then-
factor, so I can agree on that part.
Yeah, I don't think he really stepped up the way he should have or can, or the way I know
Hopefully
he
against
can.
Kansas City he does, but we'll see.
Yeah, because it's usually like I know it's like okay, if Greenlaw's there, Hargrave's there, Bosa and all them. But again, the Chase Young, that's a whole separate one. But then special teams, I'm just gonna have to pick Moody because he missed that one. But other than that, I'm gonna kind of copy your answer because
Yeah.
Moody came through when I needed him to, though.
Yeah.
Like, really needed him to.
An honorable mention for me, and I know OG's gonna like this one. My honorable mention for dud to me is Avery Thomas. This guy needs to get it together. I don't know. I mean, if you were just gonna go by the way he played, if he didn't give up that one play to that receiver, it would have been like us getting the ball back instead. But Thomas had some moments where his coverage was a little off, and he should have been on point. But there was a couple of plays where he kind of act like he made the play when he actually didn't even make the damn play. He was
You
he
gotta
was a
love
little
that.
premature. He was a little premature. It's like this guy was taking credit for something he didn't even do. But Avery Thomas to me is somebody that needs to get better at his coverage, like OG has said best. His
Mhm.
coverage needs to be on point, or else this is just something we gotta. We're hoping for him to play better, but I don't know. Avery just doesn't impress me as much lately.
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious to see after the season's over how Kyle is going to, change the team up or see what needs improvements.
I mean, if we had to pick which one to give your flowers to after the game, I guess I can't use Moody anymore because I've given him that last week. So, man, as much as I cannot stand this guy, and I'm hoping one day he gets cut, I'm gonna have to say Jake Brendo. He didn't do as bad as everybody said. I think when you saw the entire game, Brendo actually played consistently better than expected. So I've checked a lot of the film. And I have to say, Brendel did stood out a little bit. He kind of held his ground a little bit. He wasn't quite the weakest link as everybody was saying. I've been criticizing, I've been bashing this guy all season, and in the previous years. I have to say that Brendel kind of just showed me that I got to give him his flowers because against the Packers he did pretty well, and against
Mhm.
the Lions he played pretty well. So I'm going to have to give him his credit at least, just to be honest.
That's what I thought.
You
I think
didn't read the right question. What do you
he's
mean?
talking about fan base like other fans.
Other fans?
Yeah, like other
Which
fans.
fan base gave you the most hate tomatoes after the game? Which one? Like you mean like the players we don't like?
I think he's talking about like actual, like when you go to games and you're dealing with other fan bases. I don't know if I'm reading it correctly,
Oh,
but that's what I'm thinking.
okay. So which fan base gave you the most hate after the game? Um, I'll tell you what, Cowboy fans.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
The
probably gonna be a
most
Cowboys fan.
cockiest fan base. You know, I'm not gonna let this. I can't live with this to this day. So I was at this game where we
Mhm,
played them, and it was Shanahan's first year as our head coach.
mhm.
And the one thing that still rubs me the wrong way to this day was how those Cowboy fans disrespected Dwight Clark.
Oh, that's
They stepped on one of those little Dwight Clark stuff. They were like kind of like spitting on stuff, and
oh yeah, it's too far.
they were just showing classless like type of attitude, and then they were bragging about it. I don't know. If I see a Cowboy fan get up to my face, I'm gonna be straight up honest. I'm gonna punch that dude in the face because I don't like those type of fans. Like if you're gonna
Yeah.
come up close to me like that, don't get up mad. Because I remember this one Dallas fan was coming straight up to me and giving me something to say, and I wasn't saying nothing back to him, but he tried to come up close to me, and I told him back the hell up, bro,
Mhm.
because he was
I know
talking
what you
smack
mean.
after a game, but I was trying to back away from him.
Yeah, I think what ends up being bad is that there's the combination of a lot of
Yeah, I'm
alcohol
not that kind of guy that likes to fight, but
well, yeah.
something about those Cowboy fans, they can get on your head a little bit and they might want to start fights with you. But
Oh,
I
for
have that
sure.
tendency of calming down. But if you catch me at a good time, I might want to punch them. That's one fan base I don't like is the Cowboys. I really like if I see a Cowboy fan come up with this disrespectful attitude and come close to me, yeah, I'm gonna punch your face. Don't be pissed about it. But I just don't like them, and the feeling's mutual. Even though my mom and my dad are Dallas fans, I just don't have no ill will towards following the same footsteps as them.
And what about the nicest fans, would you say?
Um,
Fan base.
no, but so you agree with me with the Cowboys?
Let's see. When I've gone to Cowboy games, yes, even like before the game starts without all the alcohol, Cowboy fans are probably
They're
the
at least the
ones.
worst ones. They're the most cockiest ones you got to deal with. But
However, I'll say this: when I had a lot of friends go to the Philadelphia games, they were getting drinks thrown on them, hot dogs thrown at them. So that wasn't. I was hearing that the Philly fans were just as bad as Cowboy fans. I haven't experienced that. I've only experienced really rowdy, really mean
I
Cowboy
mean,
fans.
I've never I know some people may get some bad experience with Raider fans, but I've never had that experience where they would get personal or act all dumb with me. They were like kind of chill with me. They weren't like to maybe to the other fans, but
Mhm.
if I'm going by the ones that I feel that were the more respectful, the most chillest ones, I gotta say the Lions.
Mhm.
I'm not saying it because of the recent events, because I've seen other fans, they act all cool and everything. The Commander fans are pretty cool, but they're a little bit of a mouth talking. I've seen some Commanders fans talking smack, but Falcon fans, I don't know. I can't say much about them because they don't seem too rowdy like everybody else. I can't say nothing about the Cardinal fans. They barely got any other fans coming by.
Oh, I
I
know.
have to say the Detroit Lions. I think they're
Yeah.
probably the most humble fan base. Like when I was talking to them, they weren't rude. They were good on talking football. They were just excited to be here. And when you talk to certain fans like that, that kind of gives you a different perspective. But
hmm
I don't know. People have always asked me, why do you hate the Cowboys so much? It's because the way their fan base has treated me over the years. Like
You know what I've heard too, though? I've heard now, especially because I know since we're going
they
to
get
Super Bowl-
annoyed. Like if they come up close to your face when they don't, you should like kind of like understand you shouldn't be doing that.
Well,
Don't get
yeah, people
don't
have
get
that.
don't get upset if I push you aside or throw a fist at you because one, you're not giving me my space. They don't
No,
do that.
for sure.
But
For
I
sure.
don't like doing that. I don't. But they're the kind of fans where I might have to throw a fist at some of them because
Oh.
that's just how much they don't like respect us and they get too close. So in my space, I'll be cool.
Got to work on those boundaries, people.
Yeah, you can't get up too close.
Work on boundaries, people.
Yeah,
You
but I can
can't.
say
I think
that,
the Arizona fans
they're
are
not
nice
that.
fans because
They seem like nice people.
why not?
From what you're saying.
They are. When I was at the Arizona game after we won, there were so many people that were like, "You guys are going to take it all. Going to go to the Super Bowl. Make sure you win it." And it was just nice to.
So they were
hear
good
that.
fans that you met.
So they were, yeah. But then also when we lost when I was at the Bengals game and we lost at the stadium this year, the Bengals fans were nice about it. They were like, "It's all right, you guys. You guys got a hell of a team." Da 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 da. So it wasn't any like taunting or anything like that. And plus, my experience is going to be a little bit different being a female going to a game versus you going to a game and people getting rowdy. So I haven't had very in the DMs. My DMs is a different story. People are mean.
Oh, I get a lot. I get some. I sometimes get death threats from other fans too, but I laugh it off. I said, dude, it's nothing personal.
That's horrible. I can't believe
it's not even personal to everybody else, but I respect all fan base. You know, I don't really care if you're a Dallas fan, but just don't try to get all personal and come up close to my face because that's the one thing that I can. You know, I can respect a fan base's boundary, but hey, don't get up close to me because if you catch me on a bad day, don't say I warned you. I don't get that with other fans, but when it comes to Dallas fans, they come up too close to me, and I'm like, why do you come up close to me? Why?
People just don't know boundaries.
They don't know boundaries, and that's the problem with them. So, as far as like the ones fans, you know, I gotta say, you know, if you were at that game, you can get the experience where I'm coming from. Like these Lion fans, they're good people.
I believe it. And they were probably so happy to be. They were happy to be there.
Yeah, so I have to say that the Lions to me are like the one fans, like, you know, I had to give them my hats off and respect because after the game, they were good sports about it. So they said, hey, I hope you guys beat the Chiefs. But he's funny, but he's a humble Dolphins fan.
I love it. Thank you. Yeah, the Dolphins seem like nice fans, I think. I don't know. I've never been to a Dolphins game, but
I've heard that I heard they get a little different reaction, they can be a little rowdy sometimes
I'm sure every fan base has the shit talkers, the rowdy ones, the ones that drink too much and then go off and do stuff. I mean, it's going to happen.
My friend Josh, who happens to be a diehard Dolphins fan, he goes out to those games. He tells me there's a different atmosphere when you go down to Miami. He says that the fans can be a little bit off sometimes. He says that they do this sometimes, but you may be in a good place, so maybe they won't be as bad. But it's a little rowdy over there. But I don't know. We'll definitely see what happens. But yeah, you know, experience-wise, I can respect all your fan base, all that other stuff.
Of course.
But
it's just a game. At the end of the day, we don't get paid. The players do.
The players do. And the one thing I don't like about how these certain fans are saying, stay humble, we don't play the game. We're just the fans. We can talk. They don't back it up. That's not on us. That's just on them.
Yeah. And I think our team does a really good job of staying humble. We don't really talk at all.
If your team backs it up, you can talk the talk. Why do we need to stay humble? That's part of being a fan. You got to be confident.
You do. Being a fan, you have to be confident, but you also have to, I think, be realistic of
certain stuff. Yes.
certain things too, because like we know football is also about matchups, right?
Yeah, how we
So
look
does
at it.
this match up with that? So
Yeah.
you can back it up. And then of course it's football. Anything can happen any given Sunday.
Yep,
Someone can
that's
have a
true.
bad game. There's a fumble, an interception, and the course of the whole thing changes off of one play.
Yep, that is exactly true. So
Mhm.
we'll definitely talk more about the matchup with Kansas City
Yes.
next week.
Next week we'll talk about KC, our score predictions.
And I'm
all the
glad
first-
I'm not watching this Pro Bowl because I'm not interested in watching the Pro Bowl this year. I don't really care for
Agree.
the Pro Bowl. I stopped watching Pro Bowl since Deshaun Taylor was since he passed away. I stopped watching it because it wasn't the same.
I never even cared to watch it. So I won't be watching it. I will be
It's
out
like
and about.
flag football. You might as well just have it called flag football then.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah. But
We'll be back.
for everybody else, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week. Thank y'all.
Bye.